YouTube longtime seller here with over 6 years experience selling on eBay, and I have over $250,000 a year in sales. In today's topic, I want to address bolos that other YouTubers and other sellers are providing for free out on YouTube, and I got to thinking about this as I was looking through some of my older inventory, and I remember when I first started selling, I was listening to a lot of YouTubers because I wasn't for sure exactly how eBay worked and everything, and I was learning and growing, and I still listen to YouTubers. And there was a YouTuber that I was watching at the beginning who was always putting his bolos out, and he was a big seller, very popular YouTuber, and so I went out there and started grabbing those bolos, and my sales dropped, and I'm like, I for the longest time I'm thinking like, okay, he's giving me this information, maybe I'm doing something wrong, and so I was refining everything, and finally ended up just dropping prices to where it wasn't as profitable as it should be for me. So then, as I became more accustomed to selling and a little more knowledgeable, I realized that a seller that has a market and has a store and is making and earning their living off eBay and not earning their living off YouTube is not going to give you their secrets. So I say, when you receive bolos from a seller, take that with a grain of salt. Do your research before you don't just blindly follow those bolos. Make sure you do your research. Use that Peak Research, that free tool on eBay, and see if this is actually a viable brand, if it's a good sell-through rate, is it popular. And sometimes you have to break down when somebody gives you a bolo on a brand, it's not always just the brand. Sometimes that brand is a horrible seller except for certain sizes and styles. So you always have to niche down into that market and make sure you understand exactly which items are popular and are selling. So anyway, that was today's deal. I was just remembering that bolo and that seller that I started watching at the beginning, and he's still out there, and I'm not going to put his name out there, but I don't follow him anymore, and I don't listen to his crap anymore, because that's one of the things I learned is these bolos. It's not a bolo. It was at one time. The brands that he was giving, when I did my research, were top sellers 3 years prior to the time he gave the information. Well, that's utterly worthless. And I know why he did this. He was doing this for views. His show was, he brings up a lot of drama from time to time, and I understand why he does that, and I'm not knocking his business. That's his YouTube thing. That's where he makes his money. Personally, I am not monetized. I make no money off this. I just share my information, and eBay is my living. This is what I make my living for, and if you'll notice, I don't really show bolos, and I'm not showing you bolos for a couple of reasons, because if I put out what my top sellers are, then pretty soon everybody watching is running out there grabbing those same things, and the market gets flooded, and I'm stuck with a bunch of inventory that's slow moving now. So just be careful when you hear these bolos, and I'm not saying all YouTubers are guilty of this, because I am sure that there are a couple of them out there that are viable sellers, but look at their eBay store. Go in there and look at their solds. And the gentleman I was talking about earlier, he had an eBay store that was public, and you go look at it, and it was really a lot about nothing. But he supposedly had this hidden store that he wouldn't share with anybody, that was doing these great phenomenal sales, but wouldn't show it because I don't want people undermining my business. And I understand that, but why are you giving me a bolo for YouTube views that's not even a bolo? You see what I'm saying? Just take this stuff with a grain of salt. Learn that. Don't run out on a bolo and say, oh, hey, this is a bolo, I'm gonna run out and buy them all. Do a little further research. Make sure you're getting the right product for your store, the right styles, the right sizes, the stuff that's going to make you profitable, make you a better seller, and make you money. Just because somebody's put something out there for views on YouTube to make money off YouTube doesn't mean you're going to make money off eBay. Do your research. And that's all I wanted to share with y'all today as a long-term seller. And I want you to be smarter and better sellers without giving you my bolos, because my bolos are my bolos. That's how I'm not going to give away my business, and that's understandable. But I will help as much as I can as far as what to look for, how to research, and I'll give you the tools to find things on your own. I'm not going to give you the formula. Nobody's going to give you the formula. Beware of that. Beware of the clickbait titles. So, matter of fact, I think I may try clickbait titles. So anyway, hey, Q4 is upon us. Election day is tomorrow. So make sure you get out and vote. Whoever you're going to vote for, just think about, do your research. Just like your clothing and your bolos. When it comes to voting, do your research. Don't listen to just the media and the talking heads out there. Do your research. Vote for who you think is the best candidate, because that's what America's about. So anyway, good luck selling, everybody. Good luck selling on eBay this Q4, everybody, and y'all have a great day. And I'll see you down the road.